So the challenges of the first 2 days of VLCD. Day 1, I was absolutely starving Marvin. Okay, I wasn't starving, like I wasn't going to eat my hand and I wasn't going to cheat. So my version of starving is probably different from other people's versions of starving. I tend to exaggerate. But I was hungry enough that I knew I couldn't get through the day on just the protocol foods because I don't do the Melba toasts. So I already tend to only eat about 400 calories on protocol anyway. And in my last round, there were many days where I added in extra protein in the form of protein powder, and that always did me very, very well. So on that first day when I was hungry, I thought, I have to have something in between my apple and my lunch, or I'm not going to make it to lunch, which is, you know, your 100 grams of fish and your 1 vegetable. I knew I wouldn't make it to then. So I got out my trusty pea protein powder. This is the brand I use. It's an Australian brand, I think. Anyway, it's a totally plain pea protein powder, no sugar in it, no flavourings, no anything. It's completely plain. It tastes horrible. I put it in a big thing of water, and I put in a couple of drops of chocolate-flavoured stevia, and that took the edge off the taste. And I blended it for a long time, so it got very, very frothy. And then I sipped it with a straw, and I sipped it over the course of about an hour. Instead of just drinking my trusty water that I normally drink, I drank that. And it was more filling than drinking water, and it really helped me get through to lunch. And I did the same thing in the afternoon. I spent most of the afternoon in the bath, actually, that first day, because I was just detoxing. I could feel it. It smelled horrible. It was yuck. All the dairy food I ate on the loading days was coming out of my pores. I mean, it did not smell good. So I spent the afternoon in the bath, Epsom salts, sipping my smoothie. No, it was not smoothie. It's plain protein powder with water. But sipping my protein powder with water, and it helped me get through the day. And as I said, I lost 2.2 pounds, so I obviously didn't do anything wrong by doing that. So I really have learned on this protocol to trust my intuition and listen to my body. I'm not suggesting other people should sip protein powder on their protocol. It may not work for them. But for me, if I'm hungry, I know I need to eat. And I also wasn't sure about my dose because I've never done HCG before. I had to mix my own stuff. Not last round, the clinic gave it to me, and I have no idea what strength it was because they never told me. And I can't really ask them now because I'm not with them anymore, and I don't want them to know that I'm doing it without them. So I'm by myself. So really, I've been sort of out there hanging in the wind, not knowing what dose to take. And for the 2 loading days, I took 250 IU both days because that's what Delmem recommended, and Delmem's a legend, and I trust him. He recommended I start with 125 IU on the first day of P2, but I decided I was going to muscle test and also get my partner Alan to douse it for me. He's in Hawaii. I muscle tested here. I'll show you one day in a video how to muscle test yourself. It's where your body gives you a very clear yes or no answer to a question, and it's very accurate when you ask questions about your body. It's not so accurate when you ask questions about money or who should I marry or who's the right man for me. You can tend to influence those answers. But if you're just asking something simple like, is this food good for me? How much sleep do I need tonight? Or whatever, your body is very accurate. So I muscle test like this. So I muscle tested it and I got about 175 IU. And Alan also dowsed it. He uses a pendulum and he's very accurate. In Hawaii, and he got the same number. And I was like, okay, well that's a good sign. For on other sides of the world, and we're getting the same number, because as you guys know, he's away for 6 weeks. I'm missing him a lot, but anyway, that's another topic. I've been a bit depressed, actually. I think, you know, being by myself for 3 weeks and just spending so much time resting while I'm doing HCG, I'm not really socialising as much as I normally do, because I can't eat, I don't want to go out, and I'm just resting. I'm missing him a lot, feeling a bit lonely, which is a very new experience for me because I'm not someone who tends to feel loneliness. But I am this week. It's a bit odd. Anyway, so after feeling hungry that first day, I decided to check in the second morning and muscle test again, and that day I got told to take 150 IU. I couldn't check with Alan because he wasn't on internet. I couldn't get hold of him on Skype. And he's been away all day and I haven't been able to get hold of him today either. So today I muscle tested and I got 150. So yesterday and today I've taken 150. I'm just going to stick with the muscle testing. I think my body's smart enough to tell me what amount to take. I have a feeling that it will drop down to 125 at some point, but at the moment I'm doing well on 150. My second day on VLCD was much easier. I was still a bit hungry, but I wasn't nearly as hungry as the first day. I think it just normally takes a few days for your hunger to go away. I mean, that's normal. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle. And on the second day, I did have my sip of protein, blended protein powder in water, again, but I only had it once, whereas on the first day I had it twice. And I have had it again today in the morning to tide me through, although as it turned out I probably didn't need it because I actually only had a small amount of fish left for lunch because I hadn't gone to the market yet, so I've actually only had 50 grams of fish for lunch instead of 100, and that's been fine. I'm only starting to get hungry now, and it's like 6:30 p.m, and I'm about to go and eat my dinner because I went to the market and got some more fish. A trick that I did, which it probably won't make any sense to people who don't like vegetables, but I actually banned myself in the last 2 or 3 weeks from eating any P2 foods, particularly the ones I love. I actually really love snapper, the fish. I love it. Of all the fishes you can eat on P2, it's the one that I love. And I also absolutely madly love asparagus, cooked asparagus, and I madly love raw cucumber. Those 3 things, snapper, asparagus, and cucumber, I could literally eat every day and never get sick of them. And I was eating them all through P3 and P4. But a few weeks ago, I banned myself from eating them. This is going to sound weird, but I wanted to actually start to look forward to phase 2. I wanted to have something to look forward to because I knew that otherwise you can feel deprived because I wouldn't have my chocolate delight or my nuts or all my other vegetables I love. So I'm going to have some asparagus for dinner tonight, which I'm very excited about. They didn't have snapper at the market, but as soon as they have it, I'm going to get some. I did buy some cucumber and I had some yesterday. Yum! So I actually am one of those weird people who really likes P2 foods. I don't like rich food. That's why I found loading terrible. I like plain foods. I love vegetables. I like fish. I don't eat meat. I'm vegetarian. So, you know, I actually really like being on phase 2, and I like it because it keeps my life very calm. I don't have to spend time shopping for foods. I don't have to spend time cooking. I don't have to spend time cleaning. I don't even have to spend time digesting or eating or anything. I can just eat these 2 simple meals a day and maybe sip on a protein shake, and that's it. And you know, it frees up your energy, and I feel very calm. I felt very calm last round, and I feel very calm this round. The only challenge I've had, apart from the hunger on the first couple of days, has been I've had the world's most splitting headache for the last few days. It's just beyond belief. I don't actually think it's coming from the HCG. I think that's just adding to it because I'm probably detoxing the dairy food that I ate in the loading. I think that's probably just made the headache worse. I think the headache is coming from the ongoing glasses saga. I've told you guys that I've been wearing the wrong glasses prescription for a couple of months. I actually think what happened was I think my eyes changed when I did the first round when I lost so much weight so fast. I'm not going to say they got worse. I'm not going to say they got better. I think they just changed. Unfortunately, I kept wearing the same glasses that I'd had made specially for my eyes through this amazing optometrist. He's not a standard optometrist. He makes these things called prismatic lenses. But because I didn't come back for so long, I was wearing the wrong prescription. These glasses I was wearing for so long that I strained my eyes. And as a result of straining my eyes for so many months, my eyes have been a bit damaged, and now I need much stronger glasses than I would have straight after the HCG. So I'm a bit upset about that. But he does believe that once I start wearing the correct prescription again, which he's ordered for me and is coming in 2 days' time. I've been waiting for 2 weeks. Oh my God. He said once I get the correct prescription, wear it for a month or so, my eyes will start to settle down, and then I'll go back and see him and he'll give me a better one, a weaker one. I won't need them so strong. So like my poor old head has been paying the price. I haven't suffered headaches like this before, so I'm not really used to them. Anyway, I'm very relieved that the worst of the detoxing of the HCG is behind me, and that 2 days from now I'm driving up to Queenscliff to pick up my new glasses, and from then on it's going to be all plain sailing. Now I've got the right dosage, I'm over the loading, I'll be able to see again without straining my eyes, I'll be able to get back to writing my novel, watching TV and driving, reading and hanging out with my friends, watching movies because I'll be able to see. Everything's going to get better and better. So all I have to deal with then is feeling a bit lonely that my man is so far away and I can't contact him because he has no Skype, because he has no internet. But apart from that, which is not that bad because I know he's still with me and he's still in my heart, and I'd rather have him be away for 6 weeks than not have him at all, because I was single for 37 years and I don't want to go back to that. So this feeling is not as bad as that one was. So anyway, I'm doing really well. I know I left it a few days to check in, but I just had such a headache the last 2 days. I couldn't even sit and look at this screen even without my glasses like I'm doing now, and you can probably tell I've still got quite a bad headache now. Luckily, to do a vlog, I don't need to wear my glasses because they get in the way of me connecting with you anyway, so I'm doing it blind, but my head is pounding, so I probably don't look particularly well. Anyway, I've done a really long vlog, but I've left it a few days and I had lots to share with you. So hopefully I'll check in again in a few days. I tend to do it once every few days, longer ones, rather than short ones every day. So hopefully I'll be feeling a bit better then, and the weight will continue to have lifted off me, and I'll be this fat liberation machine. So until then, have a beautiful few days, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.